On December 17th, when the India-Australia series was just beginning, Ricky Ponting has predicted a 2-1 series win for Australia. Shane Warne had also predicted a 2-1 win to Australia. Michael Vaughan had predicted India would get hammered 4-0 by Australia. After India were bowled out for 36 in the first test, Mark Waugh had stated that India had no hope to win this test series. Out of all of these, my personal favorite, however, was Tim Paine telling Ravi Ashwin, "See you at the Gabba, mate," after the draw at Sydney. Really great stuff here, really showing the world the art of self-banter. When Rishabh Pant drove the ball down to long off and the ball steadily raced to the boundary, billions of Indians had jumped and screamed in excitement and joy. Against all the odds, against what every cricket pundit has said out there, against all the criticism faced, and despite being bowled out for 36 and losing the best player and captain in the world, this young Indian team stepped up. When looking at the playing 11 for the Gabba Test match, it would be pretty easy to think that this is an India A side playing against the Australians. 5 players having made their test debuts in this series, and 1 player playing only a second test match. More than half of this Indian team was brand new. Shubman Gill, Washington Sundar, Navdeep Saini, Mohammad Siraj, and Natarajan had all made their test debuts during this series, and Shardul Thakur was playing his first full test match as well. 6 out of the 11 players in the playing 11 were brand new to Test cricket, and were up against the mighty Aussies. When I had first started watching cricket, back during India's 2011 Cricket World Cup win, I was eager to see what the future of cricket held for us. However, within my first year of watching cricket, India had been whitewashed 0-4 by England and Australia in their home grounds. This was a really low point in our Indian cricket history. But because of low moments like that, the feelings of first winning a test series in Australia in 2018-19, then retaining the trophy 2 years later under extreme circumstances, the feeling is just indescribable. From watching Michael Clarke and Ricky Ponting toying with our bowlers as a 9-year-old kid, to seeing Rishabh Pant, Washington Sundar, and Shubman Gill treating the world's best bowling lineup like a gully cricket team 10 years later, Indian cricket has come a long, long way, and Indian cricket will only continue to grow further. Even only around 8 or 9 years ago, had India been playing in the situation they were at the Gabba, they probably would not have gone for the win. Playing it safe, playing for a draw was the style India had presented. However, this all changed due to Virat Kohli's ideology that there is no point in playing 5 days of cricket to not have a result. This change was first demonstrated in the famous Adelaide Test in 2014. When India began their final day's play, they needed 364 runs to win in 98 overs. To many, it was a ridiculous thought to even go for the win. However, Virat Kohli had different ideas and played one of the greatest test knocks of all time, scoring 141 on a very difficult 5th day track to bat on. And apart from Murali Vijay, he had zero support. The highest score other than those two was 21 by Chiteshwar Pujara, and Virat ended up getting out with 60 needed in the last 17 overs, marking one of the most heartbreaking defeats in Indian cricket history, but also the beginning of a new era, the era that made it clear that India were out to dominate, were out to win. Even though Virat was not present for 3/4 of the series, his ideology and teachings were a big reason India had the mental strength to get over the line. And now that India had been playing this with this mindset for the past 6 to 7 years, it is going nowhere, and we will see India go for and win a lot more matches across all formats because of it. Indians have got a taste of what it is like to pull off amazing wins like that, and once that is felt, there is no going back to that old mindset which was once presented. What Ajinkya Rahane did as stand-in leader should be applauded by all. In fact, not only should it be applauded, but it should also be talked about for ages and ages to come. We saw glimpses of Ajinkya Rahane's leadership in 2017 when he was captaining India in another series decider against Australia in Ranchi. We saw how good he was, how calm and composed he seemed to be on the outside, but how aggressive and had the killer instinct within, and it helped India win that series as well. Because of this, once Virat left this test series, it gave a lot of Indian fans hope, including myself, that even without the best captain in the world currently, India were still in very, very good hands. Leading from the front at Melbourne was so important, scoring that famous century at the MCG and always keeping the team morale up after the Adelaide nightmare. This all lies within the new culture of Indian cricket, and Rahane is very much a part of it. Always having a set game plan and never letting the Aussies take control, He showed a lot of glimpses of great leaders, such as Virat Kohli, who I am sure he had learned a lot from, Ricky Ponting, who I am also sure he learned a lot from at the Delhi Capitals in the IPL, and MS Dhoni, who was his debut captain. India is very blessed to have a vice captain like Ajinkya Rahane, and he would definitely be a first choice captain at any other team in the world, apart from India and maybe New Zealand. With this mindset, set to grow throughout the country, India would hope that many more leaders will arise, like Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane type leaders. So no matter what challenges and dilemmas Team India might face in the future, it is proven that no challenge is too big for Team India. There is no Virat Kohli, no Ishant Sharma, no Mohammad Shami, no Umesh Yadav, no Ravi Ashwin, Ravi Jadeja, Jasprit Bumrah, Vihari, KL Rahul for the big decider. After being bowled out for our lowest score in our history, and everyone writing us off, coming back from all of that and defeating the mighty Aussies in their own den is nothing short of a fairy tale. Bowling has always been a deep concern for India. However, we have come to a point that our entire first choice bowling lineup can get injured, and we can still field 5 brand new bowlers against a world-class batting lineup in their home ground in a big series decider and still come out as a superior lineup. And that is just mind-blowing. And it's an illustration of how far Indian cricket has come and how far it has the potential to grow. One shall never forget the number before the series decider. 1046 versus 13. And guess who came out on top? Sachin Tendulkar told the public that if you ever score 36 or fewer in life, to remember that it isn't the end of the world. Virat Kohli took a dig at everyone who doubted the Indian team, and for them to stand up and take notice on the epic journey that just happened in Australia. Even as human beings, we can learn a lot from this historic Test series win by India. No matter how hard things might look for us, there is always hope to fight back and make triumph through some epic battles. Especially to those who are talking too much, Michael Vaughan and Mark Waugh, to show the world who you really are and what you're truly capable of.